Everyone has different values. Everyone has different goals or dreams, cultural background, religious beliefs. But human beings have something in common. We have the same fundamental needs. When your needs are met, you are lit up like a Christmas tree. You feel alive. You feel passionate. When your needs are not being met, you're going to feel a level of frustration or anger or fear or uncertainty or stress or maybe just boredom that just sucks the life out of a human being. All of us have two things we really want to master. If you think about it, we have things we want to make better, change, or improve. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you're totally honest, there's always an area of our life we'd like to make better. You know, if your career's perfect, your body's out of shape. You know, if your body's great, you probably don't have enough time with your kids. If you spend all the time with your kids, your intimate relationship is probably not passionate. If your relationship's really passionate, maybe you're not taking care of your finances. I mean, it's the nature of human beings to focus on certain areas and miss others, and they tend to bite us later on. What I do is create a process where you're able to figure out what it is you really want in each of the areas of your life that are most important, what it is that's missing, show you where you want it, help you find out where you want to go, and then show you a set of strategies to maximize it. But then we click on the part that makes it all move forward, which is your emotion and your psychology. I mean, think about it. Information without emotion is forgotten. If I asked you, where were you on the day of, 9/11, no matter where you are in the world, American or not, most people remember the moment they heard it, what was around them, where they were, what they experienced. If I asked you, where were you on 6/11, most people have no clue. If I asked you anything I ask you about that has an emotional intensity to, there's this vivid understanding and memory. So what we do is take the information to change your life and attach an emotion to it within yourself that gets you to follow through. And that's what makes it enjoyable, and it's also what makes it work.
Many years ago, I was asked a very interesting question. Somebody asked me a question, they raised their hand at a seminar and said, Tony, can you change people that don't want to change? Of course you can change people who don't want to change. All you need is the right kind of, if you have enough leverage where change becomes an absolute. Now for some people, leverage is not even the threat of their own life. Some people rather die than have you tell them what to do. And so that's not the leverage. The leverage for them might be something for their children. Leverage for them might be spiritual growth. All of us have a leverage point. If you find the leverage, not the leverage you make someone do it, the leverage that will make them make themselves do it. We all have some place that'll get us to follow through. Now, if you get enough leverage and if you interrupt the pattern enough, how many of you ever had a pattern when you were a kid and you had like some obnoxious uncle or something and you were trying to be upset and they'd come like rub your damn head or some bitch, make you crazy, and you couldn't stay upset because they kept doing this to you? How many had this happen? Say, If you have enough leverage and you break someone's pattern enough times, a new pattern will show up. If you're conscious, you can create the new pattern. So the answer is yes. Now then the question would be, Tony, if all it takes is leverage, then why don't most people change? And I had a lot of answers for that, but that night, I'm a night person. That night, I'm wired up after a seminar. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, it was December. And so I flip on the television in the back for some white noise, looking for CNN, and I come across the old Christmas classic, this Christmas Carol, right? The Dickens classic. And I see it in black and white, and I start watching the movie, and I'm remembering it from being a kid. And as I'm watching this thing, I see this man named Scrooge who clearly doesn't want to change. In fact, he's certain he doesn't need to change because what's happened is his life went through a lot of pain. And when he got pain, he looked for the source of that pain, and he said it was being close to people. So we decided is people equals pain. Remember the red squares we talked about? So now he wants to avoid people, and he's mean to people. Now, he's also very wealthy financially. He makes up this belief that because I'm mean and tough with people, I'm rich. The truth is, he's financially rich. If you watch the movie, you read the story, when everybody else is gone, who's still working? He is. He's hardworking, he's thrifty, he's smart, he's intelligent, but he thinks he's rich because he's mean. So he doesn't want to lose being rich. He doesn't want to lose not being hurt. So there's a belief. Be mean to people and everything works out. even though he's miserable? Can we have beliefs that make no sense and yet still believe them? Yes or no? Sure, we just get wired. So I'm watching this guy. Now, the only way people change is if they associate either enough what? Pain, so they have to change, or they associate changing will equal enough what?